first of all, a great environment, great weekend, a very busy weekend ahead for us. Started off today with our coaches clinic. Over 275, almost 300 coaches at practice today, and we anticipate over 500 for our coaches clinic. And I think that's a great illustration of the relationships that have been built with our high school coaches, that we have great respect for. Coaches from all over the country have come here this weekend, so very excited about that. Saturday, also a very busy day going in the stadium. It'll be competition Saturday. We will scrimmage and do some things, but it's also going to be a practice, and we'll keep score. Every rep will count. One-on-ones, interpositional, fundamental competition, so looking forward to that. Also, Faculty Appreciation Day. We'll have upwards of 300 faculty and staff here to watch us play, and it's an opportunity to say thank you to everyone that means so much to us in our football family, and also to show them what's going on at Tennessee football in terms of academic success and academic excellence. And then our first annual Student Appreciation Day. And it's a chance to say thank you to our great student body, everything that they were able to do for us in creating a home field advantage for us last year in Neyland. And we need them this year as well, this upcoming year. So a very busy day and a lot of work to do on Saturday. So I'll answer any questions you may have.
What do you need to see Saturday? I guess your last major setting.
An overall mentality, you know, a toughness on both sides of the football. Finishing plays, we must become a much better tackling defensive football team, and that's the reason why we continue to make our quarterbacks live. Is yeah, it's for the quarterbacks to see who can create plays, but it's almost as much more for our defense to see who can create plays, tackle in space, keep our points on the quarterback when we pass rush. So we need to see a much more physical football team, a team that can grind it and work through and compete and then make plays. You know, that was one of our things we spoke about when spring ball began, is who are playmakers on offense and defense, and you know, we need to still find out. So Saturday is a very big day for us in terms of evaluation and continuing to improve as a football team.
Is that why you challenged Mixon, I think, 3 times in a row early in practice today?
You know, it's a mentality. You have to bring it every day. You know, the great players, so much that goes into the football game in preparing that a lot of people don't understand. You know, right down to, do you have a contingency plan as a player? So what happens? You have 12 opportunities. The game doesn't start the way you want. Maybe, you know, the guy is working to dominate you. You know, what's your contingency plan? What are you going to? How do you prepare your mind? And with a young football team, you just don't show up in practice. You have to prepare each and every day. So again, it's those habits that we're trying to create with this football team.
Is Jason Carr going to be in a position to contribute Saturday, and will that help the depth on the D-line?
Yeah, you know, he's playing really with one hand. His hand is all bandaged up in a cast, so he will be available. He was full go today. He was clear. But again, you know, you're taking one of your weapons away with your hands. So, you know, but he will be able to play. And, you know, he's one of those individuals right now. The clock is ticking for him. We need him to step up. And, you know, there's a possibility we may explore moving him to offense. So the sense of urgency has to really pick up for Jason.
But you talk about playmakers and looking defensively. How close do you feel that you identified any of those guys that can help you out as playmakers defensively?
I feel a little more comfortable on offense. Defensively, a long ways to go. Emmanuel Mosley is the one individual at corner that continually impresses. He's extremely competitive, fights for the ball in the air, is like a sponge, takes everything that Coach Martinez tells him, tries to apply it to his game. We just need to get him bigger and stronger to compete at a high level come August and then into September and in the football season. But I really like what he's bringing to the table. Jalen Reeves-Maben is continuing to learn little nuances that it takes to play winning football at the linebacker position. But our entire secondary's got to pick it up, especially at the safety position and up front. We're nowhere where we need to be.
John asked you about Mixon. What have you seen from him? Obviously, I guess he took last fall off. Is he shaking off the rust this spring? And what have you
Yeah, he's going through that developmental phase, and you know, with football, there's so much that goes into playing it, and it takes so much time to work yourself into it. Not only was he take a year off, but we switched his positions. We moved him inside the defensive tackle, so there's a little bit different. And he's just learning the discipline that it takes, the toughness that it takes, but also the mentality that you got to have. Snap in and snap out. And he's done a very, very good job. But again, he's young and he's developing. But that's the thing is we don't have time right now to take our time and, you know, just sit them and develop them. These individuals are playing come, you know, football season. So the sense of urgency in everything that they do, everything is magnified just because of our youth, and we have to get them ready to play.
Coach, what does it say about your tight ends that you're missing Downs and Branisell, and that it seems that Helms and Wolf have answered the challenge?
Oh, they have. You know, they're everybody as good as we thought they were in the recruiting process. Both of them are going to play as true freshmen. And I thought Ethan had one of his better days today. Daniel continues to develop, but I've been very, very pleased with both. You know, these two individuals should be in high school right now. They're extremely competitive. They're very intelligent. They're tough-minded, and they can catch the football. And they're one of our playmakers. Both of them are playmakers on offense for us. So I've been very excited about those two individuals.
Is there anybody close to Corey Vereen and maybe Jordan Williams in terms of pass rush?
Well, again, we're work in progress. You know, no, not right now. And Jordan Williams and Corey Vereen have a long way to go. You know, I would say if you're just talking about because we've asked so much of Kurt Majid, you know, same thing with Kurt, he's getting there. But we need more individuals to step up.
Which is maybe moving, talked about maybe looking at Jason Carr on the offensive line. Is that maybe a reflection of better suited for his talents, or is that maybe a situation where the offensive line could use numbers?
It's a combination of both, but suited with his talents. And, you know, we're always going to play with the defensive line first. And then we'll see, you know, he still has some few practices before we make that decision. But, you know, first of all, it's where every individual can help you and help the team win. And so we'll make that assessment. We're continuing evaluating him as we go.
How long has that been a?
Would he be more of a tackle or guard? Do you have any idea of tackle?
How long has that been or how long have y'all been kind of looking into that?
For a while.
For a while.
You see Marvin Lane there as the hand, or
Marlon Lane had a test today. You guys are very good in observing student athlete first, and he had a test and a meeting with the professor, and academics always comes first in our program.
And Butch last year made a point to reach out to a lot of former letter winners and do a lot of things to try to drum up a huge crowd for the orange and white game. Are you doing something similar this year, or what are your hopes and expectations there, I guess?
Yes, I have great hopes for the spring game. And last year was a great environment, and with the youthfulness of our football team, playing in front of as many fans as we can have in Neyland Stadium for the orange and white game is going to be critical. And it's another evaluation opportunity. It's another opportunity to get better. You know, that's why we don't divide our teams up. First of all, we don't have enough individuals to play a spring game. But also we want to go good on good. You know, that's the SEC. And so we need to find out who we're playing with, who we can win with come, you know, August and September. So the ability to go in Neyland Stadium and have as many fans there as possible as we can have, the more the better. It'll be the first time that, you know, these 14 newcomers play in front of fans. You know, the Josh Malones, the Jalen Hurds, you spoke about Ethan, Daniel, all of them. You know, they need to play in front of that type of environment. And I know our fans will come out and support us because they're the best fans in the country, and we need them for the orange and white game.
Do you expect a large number of former players again like that?
I do. I've been in touch with a lot of them. A lot of them are coming back, and that's the exciting thing, is to be able to welcome our former players back. And you know, we have so much tradition here and great players that we're exceptionally proud of. That's one of the great thrills for me, is to be able to have them come back. You know, I know Al Wilson was in town last week, but to get these individuals back, but to get them around our players, where our players can feel their energy, their passion. You know, we had a number of individuals here at Pro Day that are former players that are scouts in the National Football League, and they come down and you start talking Tennessee football and their eyes tear up. That means everything to me, and they are the program. And the pride that we have in this football program is second to none.
what's your format will be similar to scrimmages, offense versus
Yeah,
defense.
you know, we've kept score. We basically used the same scoring system last practice in Neyland. We'll do the same when we go 11 on 11 in our practice setting. We'll do the same with keeping score. There's points for tackles for loss, 3 and outs, 4th down stops, turnovers, all that.
What kind of a spring so far has Cameron Sutton had? He talked about wanting to be more physical, and that was his biggest priority. Are you seeing that from him?
I do. Work in progress. Still nowhere where he needs to be from a physicality standpoint. From his cover 2, with rerouting the receiver. But he's had a quiet spring, which is probably a good thing. And we've challenged him with one-on-ones, and he's being challenged, with our receiving core. He's playing, the differences in terms of, he's going through the nuances too of going through a spring. And these are all new learning experiences. These individuals aren't used to the grind, of spring football and the practices, because they're different than in season. In training camp, there is no school. Where now you're balancing basically going through a training camp and school. The rigors of really being a student athlete is really, it really comes into play in the spring. The balancing act and the mentality that it comes. But I've been pleased with this spring.
I know Coach Mo likes to cross train all the offensive linemen, but who's really pushing Mac at center? Or if Mac were to go down, who would you go with?
Well, we're playing a lot of players right now in the offensive line, and we're trying to move them around so they learn multiple positions. That's one of the things and the benefits of having spring practice. But Dylan Wiseman has played a lot of center. Ray Rollerson, one of our newcomers, is playing a lot of center as well, and we'll continue to move players around. But right now, our number 2 center would be Dylan Wiseman.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Jack.